Don't give up. God is still writing your story. Have you ever been in a season where you looked at your life and you thought, God, what are you doing? Maybe you've lost something or someone you never thought you would lose. Maybe you're disappointed with where life has taken you. Maybe you're waiting for an answer to a prayer you've prayed over and over again. Or maybe you're just simply tired. If that's where you are today, I want you to remember the story of Ruth. Ruth's story didn't begin with everything going right. It began with loss, grief, uncertainty, and an unknown future. Naomi had lost her husband and both of her sons, and Ruth was a young widow who could have walked away and started over somewhere else. But Ruth made a decision. She told Naomi, "Where you go, I will go. Your people shall be my people, and your God my God." Ruth didn't know what was waiting for her. She didn't know about Boaz. She didn't know about the field. She didn't know that God was about to change her life. She only knew that she needed to keep walking with God. And sometimes that's all faith requires of you. You don't have to know how God's going to work it all out. You don't have to understand the timing. You don't have to see the entire road. You just have to take the next step. Ruth went into the fields to gather leftover grain. It probably didn't look like a miracle. It looked like hard work. It looked ordinary. It looked like survival, but God was directing her steps. The Bible tells us that she happened to come to the field belonging to Boaz, but I don't believe it was an accident. What looked like coincidence was actually providence. And maybe that's something someone needs to hear today. There are moments in our lives when we think we're just doing something ordinary. Going to work, taking care of our family, serving someone, getting through another difficult day. Maybe you're just doing what needs to be done. Maybe you're getting up when you don't feel like getting up. Maybe you're taking care of everyone else while quietly wondering who's going to take care of you. But what looks ordinary to us may actually be divine direction from God. That ordinary place you're in, God can use it. That difficult season, God can use it. That waiting period, God can use it all. That small act of obedience that no one else notices, God sees it. Ruth couldn't see the whole story while she was gathering grain, but God could. And eventually, that woman who started as a grieving widow became the wife of Boaz. The outsider became family, and Ruth became part of the lineage of Jesus Christ. Can you imagine? Ruth thought she was simply trying to survive. God was writing her into a story that would impact generations. And maybe you're looking at your life right now thinking, this isn't how I thought my story would go. But can I encourage you? Your current chapter is not your final chapter. You may be in a chapter of waiting, a chapter of rebuilding, a chapter of healing, a chapter where you're simply trying to put one foot in front of the other. But don't give up. Keep praying. Keep believing. Keep showing up. Keep obeying. Keep trusting God. Because you may not be able to see what He's doing behind the scenes, but God is never absent just because He's silent. And if you've been feeling forgotten, overlooked, rejected, or discouraged, I want you to hear this. You are not forgotten. Ruth wasn't forgotten. Naomi wasn't forgotten, and you're not forgotten. The God who saw Ruth in the field sees you right where you are. He sees the tears no one else sees. He knows the prayers you haven't even been able to put into words. He knows your disappointments. He knows your dreams. And He knows your future. So today, don't focus on everything you cannot see. Focus on the one who can. You don't have to know what tomorrow holds when you know who holds tomorrow. And maybe today you simply need to surrender your story back to God and say, Lord, I don't understand this chapter, but I trust you with the next one. If that's you today, don't give up. Don't walk away. Don't stop believing. Keep walking. Keep gathering your grain. Keep doing the ordinary things God has placed in front of you. Because you never know when the ordinary field you're standing in today is actually the place where God is positioning you for your next chapter. You may think you're just gathering grain, but God may be directing your steps toward your Boaz. You may think you're simply surviving. God may be preparing you a testimony. You may think your story is coming to an end. God may just be beginning a new chapter. Because the same God who was working behind the scenes in Ruth's story is still working behind the scenes in yours. Your story isn't over. God is still writing. I pray you have a blessed week.